So this could seriously be my last episode ever.
Why is that, mate? Good question.
It's because of this. I've bought a new camera and my missus is going to kill me. The only thing that might keep me alive is the fact that I bought this by using money collected in my Patreon account. So a big thanks to my patrons. It's things like this that continue to make my videos better and better every time. And I'll tell you a little bit more about this camera later in the video. I've gone back through my videos and the last time I mentioned Patreon in a video was over 5 months ago. So it's clearly not something I want to shove down your throat. But look, every little bit helps. My next purchase is going to be a drone. A drone will definitely make my videos improve, I reckon. So that's all I'm going to say about Patreon. I'll put a link in the comments below if you would like to know more. This boat has too many rod holders and too many drink holders. Said no one ever. I've bought a heap of Railblazer gear. Everything from these side ports to rod holders, camera poles, drink holders, rail mounts. They're all interchangeable using that little star pattern there. You can see where they go in that one there. So I'm going to have these mounted all over the boat and I'll be able to change drink holders with rod holders and also camera mounts, so I can have cameras mounted in all sorts of different positions. Last year I started a little series of videos called 2 Minute Tackle. It was meant to be a weekly thing where I would review different bits and pieces, lures and fishing gear, stuff like that, every week. It didn't turn out that way. I'm pretty sure I only ever published one episode. So I'm actually going to bring that back. It's going to start next week with the first episode on Railblazer. So keep an eye out for 2 Minute Tackle to see reviews of bits and pieces and gear that I've been using. I was going to do a bit of a boat tour. I think it was mainly just to show you the stereo. In one of my recent videos I showed you I installed a new stereo, made some decks and some lights under the gunnels and stuff like that. The biggest question I had from anyone was, how did the stereo turn out? It's pretty good. Yeah, I'm not sure how that'll come across on camera, but maybe when I'm on the water next I'll give you a little demo. I just feel weird not wearing the hat and sunnies on camera. Anyway, so up next, I've been fishing 3 times recently and haven't really come up with enough content to put a video together in any one of those trips. So I'm just going to show you a little bit of each trip that I went out on and tell you a little bit about it. The first trip was out with Azza and Jordan out to a coastal creek. The target species was barra for the day, but we came up with donuts. Starting to see a few fish on the sounder, so I thought I might quickly get an intro done before we hopefully get a bit of action. We're chasing barramundi today. We're out with Azza, who you've met before from Fishing Team Joker, young Jordan, and little Sean's come along for the ride too. Sean, if that iPad goes over the side, you're going to be in big trouble. We had a red hot tip from a couple of blokes that the day before we were fishing there, the barra were practically jumping in the boat, but it was just not to be on the day. My next trip out was with my manager from work, so I was on my best behaviour. It was a bit of a night trip and we came up with donuts again. The trip wasn't a total waste of time though, because I have actually upgraded some of the lights that I had already put in a few weeks ago in the boat. So it was just a chance to test out the new lights and see how they look, and I am pretty happy with how it turned out. And the final trip I want to show you is the most recent one. There is actually a few cool things that happened on this trip. I went out with Dylan. You probably remember Dylan from my gas rig video. We came across this giant ball of golden Trevally. It was the weirdest thing. I've never seen anything like it. So check this out. Oh, hits on. Oh, it's tiny. Oh no, he's got just grown a bit. Look at that bend in the rod. Yes, that's what he was after. Oh, has to be a little Trevor, yeah? It is a little Trev. There you go, little chase bait squid.
Did the damage.
Just got the little Trevally here. Very cool fish. See you later, buddy. Oh, over in that corner. We're going. There's the ball. Oh, there's two. Oh my God. My goodness. Oh, there's some bigger ones in there. I'm going to foul hook one, surely. What are they doing? What the hell? Trevally. You got one? You foul hooked him for sure. Below it, yeah. I'm going to leave you with Dylan while I put a little jig on. Oh, I've got the perfect lure. Ho 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 ho! Yo, beauty.
Doesn't want to come up.
Oh my God, that is incredible.
Very nice.
Nice. In the water they look so much smaller.
Yeah.
Yo, beauty. Fish of the day so far. You probably also noticed that Dylan brought his brand new drone along. It's a Mavic 2 Pro and it is just unreal. I really want to get one. Okay, sorry about the mess, but this is actually pretty clean for my office, to be honest. Right now we're going to talk about my new camera that I got. So it's a GoPro Session. This one's a Hero 5 Session. I usually use GoPro Sessions. These are two here. I'm actually filming on a GoPro Session at the moment, so I've already got 3. And just a side topic, these have been discontinued. They aren't making them anymore. You can still buy them while available, but they do not make them anymore. But the reason I bought this bad boy is for this here. 2 reasons. It shoots in 4K. These ones only shoot in 1080 at 50 frames a second. All 3 of my current ones I have permanently set at 50 frames a second. That means if I get good footage of something that I want to slow down, I can slow it down to half the speed, still in perfect quality. With this, the next one down, 1080 at 90 frames a second. So that is the main reason I bought this guy, is because it shoots at 90 frames a second. I'll be able to slow it down even further in perfect quality. So if I get footage, say, of a barra jumping out of the water, I'll be able to go and slow it right down. Okay, so for a further in-depth sort of behind the scenes of how I use my cameras, this camera will be permanently put on a pole. This is the pole here. It is extendable. This is my chest mount, absolutely essential for when filming fishing videos. You haven't seen this in one of my videos yet. I actually did a 2-minute tackle episode on this, but never uploaded it, so I might upload that. But yeah, so we've got the floaty on the back, but the more important thing is this dome. Once you put the little GoPro Session in there, this is where you get those perfect half above water, half below water shots. So I'm yet to use that in a video, probably mostly because I don't catch any fish, but you know what, it might happen one day. Yeah, when I'm shooting inside, I try and use some lights too. That's my big AX2000 with lapel mic. He doesn't get used much. I'm thinking of actually starting to use him in the boat because I haven't used it in quite a few years. We're going to start taking him out with us, the big AX2000. Oh, yes, and this is the magic. In my very last episode, Birkin Wheels, I don't know if you've seen that one, but it's going pretty popular. This is the fancy microphone that I used to record it on, using my little 15-year-old mixing desk. So yeah, recorded Birkin wheels. I can't believe that this video is going as good as any other video that I've ever done before, and it has nothing to do with fishing. But anyway, all good. Well, I reckon we should probably call it quits for this video today. We've covered a lot of topics. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm Mikey Cunningham, and I'll see you in the next video.